Where did the idea for Fourth Monkey come from?
Many places, I suppose, is the honest answer. Experience, history, a frustration with the industry and how it currently is. Worked a lot in various training institutions and schools and what have you over the years. I was an actor, I've done all that sort of stuff. I directed a lot of plays for various people. And it just seemed like to put all three of those things, and plus other stuff, I guess, together, seemed like an obvious sort of fit. And it seemed like, without trying to find some sort of commercial vehicle, because that's not the idea at all, it seemed like an obvious thing, just like put something together where, okay, you're delivering professional quality work, at the same time receiving training, and at the same time receiving opportunities that go beyond that institution, you know. I find at the moment the way the industry is, it's 3 years, you spend a lot of money to throw yourself in your hat in the ring to fundamentally at the end of the day get an agent. And that's what drama school 3-year training now seems to be. And it's like, okay, can we not learn on the job? Can we not do this in a different way? The 2-year project is one whereby they work as a full-time professional company for the second year after the training. So they're delivering brand new devised work, touring it, etc., etc. There's an international element to it as well. And the idea is that is therefore a nucleus of your company formed for the foreseeable future. You form a genuine working ensemble.
I will drown in dysphoria, in the cold black pond of myself, in the pit of my immaterial mind.
How can I return to form now my former thought is gone?
Not a life that I could countenance.
They will love me for that which destroys me. The sword in my dreams, the dust of my thoughts, the sickness that breeds in the folds of my mind.
Every compliment takes a piece of my soul.
An expressionless gnat, stalling between two falls. They know nothing. I have always walked free.
Last in a long line of literary kleptomaniacs.
A time-honoured tradition. Theft is the holy act on a twisted path to expression. A glut of exclamation mark spells impending nervous breakdown.
Just a word on a page and there is the drama. I write for the dead, the unborn.
So how did you guys first get involved with the company?
They were holding auditions and I just picked up a leaflet and then decided to go and audition, and then they had a call back and then they called me on the phone and were like, yeah, you got in, and I was like, ah! And then, that's how.
Yeah, I found out on the casting website and Ideas tab.
Casting Call Pro, there was an ad.
Oh, that was
really?
it. Yeah.
So, and then I applied for an audition and then kind of forgot about it for a while, and then I was like, oh god, that audition's coming up, and then I read up about them and I was like, wow, actually,
yeah, they sounded amazing.
That I do really want to do it.
Yeah.
I went to the audition and realised how much I loved the company and kind of the ethos and what it stands for and stuff. It's just an exciting project, really.
Turned up at the audition and there was David, Charlene and Steve, and they were all so positive and were like asking questions.
Yeah, it was a really positive audition actually, which is always really refreshing after
some people
panels
like,
can be just stony faced and like, don't shake
especially because I messed up in mine and I was like, oh my god, I completely ruined it, and they were just like, no, it's fine, just take your time. And then they were like, yeah, we love you, like because did they tell you when you're there? They were like, yeah, we love you, want you to come back? And I was like, oh, but I messed up. So yeah, that was a nice thing that it makes you feel like it's a safe place to like grow, especially with what you want to do in a year off. So
what was it about the company that got you interested?
I'd heard about their work they did in Edinburgh the previous year, where they did A Clockwork Orange. So from that, I sort of had an idea of what their work was about. It's very, it's different.
I can't make decisions. I can't eat. I can't sleep. I can't think.
I cannot overcome my loneliness, my fear, my disgust.
I am fat.
I cannot write. I cannot love. My brother is dying, my mother is dying, I'm killing a bird, charging towards my death. I'm terrified of medication. I cannot make love.
So who would you recommend this course for?
Anyone who doesn't see drama school as the right route for them, or is finding it's not the route that's accepting them either, for whatever reason. I think people that are often drawn to this are a little bit it's like a left stepper, someone who doesn't necessarily step to the beat, you know. Alternatively, it's people who've done a foundation course at drama school and don't want or can't afford or have decided not to go on and do 3 years, or haven't been able to get in somewhere to do 3 years. We've got people who've done university degrees who are then, rather than going doing a postgraduate, have come and done a year with us instead. We've got people who have been through 3 years of training. We've got people who have worked as dancers professionally and now want to make a shift over to the acting thing. The list is, without again being kind of like implying we're a catch-all, it is quite diverse. It's quite surprising.
I just come straight out of college and I've just been doing A-levels and like Amdram stuff as well, but I think that was another draw for me as well, was that it was a professional company in London.
In London.
And it's quite accessible as well. Like, I think like for me, financially, like it was quite still accessible.
To be able to work and support myself and then to do part-time training to keep everything sort of rolling along.
That's a really big thing about this course, is that you are able to work on the side, so it's financially very viable. That really appealed to me, to be able to be sort of training, doing shows, showcased in London and Edinburgh, and then being able to support myself financially on the way.
They offer so many, like such a big range of different training elements. Like obviously you do your season, your rep season, which is amazing in itself, but you also, when we made our own dogma films and we did like Shakespeare workshops, and we've got voice workshops coming up, you know what I mean? Like there's a massive range of different things to try out that maybe you wouldn't be able to try out even in drama school. Like,
because I was doing loads of Amdram courses in Bournemouth, and I'm like, it's great to have that performance experience, but here's a course that will offer me at least 4 shows, because we're taking 6 up to Edinburgh and we're going to be in 2 of those each.
Yeah, I think it was nice that it offered that, like, a rep season, and I think the training's brilliant, and like working with the industry professionals on weekends has been great, but actually you learn so much by actually being in a show. So that's really what appealed to me, to get to do 2 seasons, knowing that your hours are going to be 13 and a half, 5 times a week. It's invaluable, which I don't think you can get anywhere else really.
In terms of creating this kind of strong ensemble atmosphere, how do you go about that when you get all these people from very different backgrounds, very different ages? How do you start a process like that, fusing them together?
I guess that's a really good question, and I guess the beauty of the diversity is that obviously an ensemble therefore is diverse by definition. So I think to be able to pull all those different people together from different backgrounds, different ages and what have you, is an interesting process. And I guess it's about instilling a discipline and a sense of group worth and a group value, self-trust, and just unity fundamentally, so they're working together. It relies on trust in the workshop or in the rehearsal room. It doesn't work if there isn't any of that going on. That to me is what we're trying to forge and merge in these young people.
Can we think that with this?
Do you still need us to bend though?
Still need to the heights. Okay. Think 1950s sort of. Marilyn Monroe. Marilyn Monroe sexy as opposed to Sam Fox sexy. Yeah.
It's a really nice organic process, and kind of finding bits, and Steve's the kind of director that doesn't tell you what he wants, kind of like what he's looking for, but you find it yourself.
Yeah. And he allows that process, and then he encourages what he likes, and which is really nice, because you're on the right step. They're not just going to be like, no.
Yeah.
You always like, that's really great. That's really great. Keep hold of that. Develop that. And I don't think other people have offered me that before. Offered that kind of encouragement and advice.
Flicker, flash, punch, ring, press, flash, press. Done.
You said you're currently auditioning for next year's. How do people go about applying for auditions if you're still accepting?
Everything is on our website, fourthmarket.co.uk. We've got auditions running in March, in April, and then the recall section then. And then again, we've got auditions in June, June through to just the beginning of July, and another recall session. And we'll obviously be offering places at various points throughout that year.
Could you tell us anything that you've got prepared for that year?
Play-wise, God blimey. The next step for us with Edinburgh is to start to go back to like my background really, I guess, and start to devise original work. That's the next thing. So we'll take 3 new pieces to Edinburgh, plus 3 3 text-based pieces that we're going to take from elsewhere, yet to be decided, I guess. And then when we come back to September, a lot of the stuff we'll be doing with the 2-year project will be devisory, new work. But the 1-year stuff, it'll be text-based again, I guess, and I think I can guarantee there'll be a Greek or 2 in there along the course throughout the year. But other than that, I couldn't tell you what. But yeah, mixture of stuff. But again, like I say, auditions are welcome.
Ooh, we'll let you get back. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your time.
It's going to be an exciting year.
Hopefully, yeah. Hopefully. Thank you very much for coming and seeing us.
Flicker, flash.